But, oh, I hear my dog jingling. Momo, why are you jingling? Momo? I know I'm completely overdone for a video about perfectionism, but I did my makeup for some Instagram photos and I decided to keep the camera going, so here we are. If the perspective of this video is a little tilted, I apologize. My floor is a little uneven in my room and I try to fix it in post, but my eyes are only so accurate. So I apologize if you got a little skew while you're watching this. I also hope that my viewfinder is accurate and I'm in focus. It would suck if this whole video was just me being slightly fuzzy. But today I wanted to talk about perfectionism because it's something that I think is a double-edged sword that I wield daily in my life. So after opening up to you guys about my anxiety disorder, the passing of 2 of my friends, and a bunch of other things going on in my life, I decided it would be cool to just talk about these things because I'm definitely sure I'm not the only one who suffers. Enough of you have commented or let me know, whether it be publicly or in DMs, that you also suffer from anxiety, and why suffer alone when you can suffer together? Perfectionism is one of those things that piggybacks off my anxiety and will either make something really good happen or something really awful happen. And sometimes that awful thing is nothing, which sounds okay, but it stinks when you're trying to do everything and then you do nothing. Times where perfectionism is good are when I need to write an essay for school, or I need to come up with something for, you know, work, or for someone else's benefit. Someone is depending on me to create an idea, a concept, a product, to do something. That is when perfectionism is good, because it'll push me to make the best product or close to the best product that I could make, instead of just, you know, doing the bare minimum, which is something I often do because I'm also a procrastinator. It's not about, that's not what this video is about though. When I started YouTube, like this channel, the oldest video I have, which is probably invisible to you guys right now because perfectionism, I didn't put anything up for a really long time. And that's because I was self-conscious and didn't want to put anything up until I felt like I had the equipment, the time, and just the skill to make something good, which is silly because you don't get skill by just sitting down. And so I did one makeup tutorial and it wasn't bad. People liked it. Family members saw it, some friends saw it, and random people on the internet saw it. You know, their opinions matter the most. And they were nice and they said they liked how I did my makeup and it was cute. And when I went and looked back at it, it was so boring, and I don't know, it's nothing like how I do my makeup now. It was nothing like this. It was just a regular basic brown girl makeup tutorial. And I remember doing it, thinking it was cool, and then never making anything again for a couple years. The next video I uploaded after my first was a paint video for my Amethyst cosplay. A paint video that only some of you saw and that I deleted because it was 24 minutes long, and someone commented a really rude comment complaining that I was talking about paint a whole lot. Which, to be honest, the title of the video told you I was gonna be discussing body paint types, materials, and like things to do and not do. So I don't know why they clicked on it if they didn't want to hear about paint. But the point is, I was heavily discouraged and deleted it and just got rid of it. And then I made the tutorial video that you guys have probably by now all seen, which I mean, perfectionism kind of came in clutch because that video was much better and not nearly as long. So, but you know, I probably could have been doing other cool things too if I didn't spend all those years not uploading anything because I was nervous about not being perfect. Perfectionism also brings a lot of academic stress to my life because I'll just straight up not write essays because I am anxious about not doing it right. And I've had essay anxiety for a very long time. So like in middle school, I would write persuasive essays, no problem. It was just introduction, body, conclusion, done. But then I got to high school and the teachers showed up and were like, "You ready for those research papers?" And then I looked at my teachers like, "What the frick hell is a research paper?" I actually failed one semester of 10th grade history because I didn't write the paper. And then when they had me retake that semester the next year, so I'm a junior with a bunch of 10th graders, turns out that teacher had already had them write the paper in the first semester. So I missed it and I passed the class, so. If I'm being completely honest, the only reason I don't want to go to grad school is because I am super duper afraid of being imperfect and not writing a really good 20-page essay at the end of everything, because fear. But perfectionism is terrible and great at the exact same time. I can think of so many situations that I've been in where had I not kept working at it, I wouldn't have been noticed, I wouldn't have gotten certain opportunities, I wouldn't have gotten certain jobs or positions, and I thank that part of my brain for those rewards. But I also try to chill a lot more these days because I'm aware that sometimes it's okay to be imperfect. Not to confuse that with the crushing apathy that comes with being burnt out, because that's not the same thing. That's not taking a break from perfection. That's actively embracing the void, which you can't do all the time because you'll ruin everything if you embrace the void too often. So I guess my advice for today is, if you are a perfectionist, definitely cling to it for the things that put food on your table and that make you happy, but also prioritize taking a break from that perfectionist mindset every now and again, just because you are human, and to err is to be human, and to be perfect is to be inhuman. Inhumane? Inhumane? Bruh. But seriously, go easy on yourself. Be patient with yourself. It's really easy to fall into the trap of holding yourself to a standard of perfection and then burning out and then blaming yourself for not being able to maintain that perfection. That's all I really wanted to talk about today. If you guys like these sit down and chat videos, let me know in the comments. I will definitely do a review of this wig. It's from Webster Wigs, but I'll do a proper review of this and the other one I got in another video when I can actually talk about it and like talk about the pros and cons and things I like and don't like. And I promise I won't wait for the perfect time to do that. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Perfect.